Alright, we got our Chinese LED 3-watt 55 lens MR120 Aquatrader model. 2 dimmers, 2 power switches, 2 power cords. I did a review on that. We'll have that on the bottom, little unboxing. This is the next project. This is my hood for my JBJ 24 that I have modified quite a bit. Intank, love them, suggest them, recommend them. You can see that I cut a section on the back for the heat sinks to add 3 Luxor 1 watts and then the rapid LED moonlights with the 2 black ones there. Worked good, but wasn't giving me the color that I wanted. So being at my work, I have an office where I can't have a lot of light going on the sides of the tank and actually raise it up over the tank. So what I'm going to try and do is we're going to take this, cut a hole, get some brackets, mount it, and put it on top of this. Alright, I have stripped my hood, taken the old LEDs out, and all the guts and internals. You can see the heat sink. I thought it was pretty darn buff, but if you can see that, you can see the gold where I attached the aluminum to the heat sink has actually faded from the normal black over 2 years use to the heat changing that color, which is pretty cool. But those are the old LED strip, and that's what the hood looks like stripped. And we're going to mount, hopefully cut out the section for the light, and then we're going to build a brace square around it and then put that right on top. Alright, project time. We have the JBJ 24 hood, which I have cut, stripped, cut a section out, hoping to get the Aquatrader's MR120 LED fixture. 3-watt 55 LEDs, 90-degree lenses on here. We're going to set it up on here. The lens fits on just nice here. The original plan is I was going to take the wood and actually make a box. Took out the screws on the sides. They are 1032s on there. I got it 1.5 inches. And we're going to actually drill holes in the wood, lift it up, screw the bolts right through the wood, right into the fixture, set it on top, make it look all nice and neat. One thing I didn't take into consideration here, the vents, front and back, are actually below the screws. So I think what I'm going to try and do, modify this, is take the sides and the front and leave the back completely open, allowing for all the airflow and everything to flow out the back, but I can still cover it, get it some support, and set it all up. So that's the direction we're going now. We will cut some wood, get some measurements, and see if we can get it to work. Alright, here's what we're looking like. I cut the sides to match here. This is going to go in front. I'm going to bolt it all together so I can get some lift off the tank, get a little bit better spread, and put it all together and see how it comes out. Alright, here's the mock-up I'm at. Trim the sides. These bolts actually go right in to the fixture here. Now what I ended up doing by chance is you can actually see I have a little bit of gap there so air can come out, and then in the back of the unit is completely open. I'm probably going to make a support brace across the back there to hold it together a little better so I don't get so much light seepage out, but at least I can go ahead and have these air vents blowing air out and kind of keep it open to get some of that heat out of there. There wasn't any vents on the sides, just in the front. Let me see if I can move this. I'll pick it up so you can see there's that little bit of a gap there. And now that the pre-assembly is done, I mean, once it gets on there, it just kind of sits. I am thinking about putting 2 screws or a set screw through the case up into the wood just to hold it there so it's not going to slide or anything like that, and or maybe a pin that I can screw up so I at least set down on it and won't shift left and right, but I can just lift it off when I need it. It's probably going to be the plan, so I will pause this for now, do a little bit more work, and be back in a bit. Alright, pre-painting sits on here really nice with that cutting groove there. Put a little bit of blocking on the back, but still gave it that air vent hole back here so it can breathe. We're going to disassemble and take it apart. Alright, here is my final product. We'll just go through it here. It turned out really nice. I like it for a job done in about 2.5 to 3 hours. Paint and all. I'll turn on some of the lights here. Come up with the whites. Get the blues up. You can see there's light underneath. There's a little bit of light creeping from the sides on there, but you can see the air vent I left open in the back, and then a little one in the front here. For that, let's turn everything down, and we'll tilt it up. It's actually pretty stable too. I don't know if I'm going to put a screw from the bottom up to hold it, but as we lift it up, you can see there's the hole I cut in the hood. I still do have the plastic piece that I am going to put on to keep water out of it. And there's our lights. Get some other colors on. Dim them out. And then it just slides right into place. Make sure it's even on both sides. The only thing I would change, and I'm going to, is these outlets are the type that come straight out. So I'm going to have to roll them back here and then secure them to the back so they don't look so crazy. But I would get the 90-degree angle ones that actually come up and go straight 90 back, and then I can roll them down and get my wire management down so my wires aren't sticking up. But there we go. Hopefully that inspires somebody with a nano cube that doesn't have the option to hang a tank, or heck, see what else comes out of this. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you next time.